how do you react? What do you do when the partner in front of you feels the music in a different way than you do? Let's say it's one of your favorite songs, and you know every beat, every accent, but he also wants to interpret the music, but differently.
So I've had lots of moments like that. I've had moments like that with um, beginner intermediate dancers. I've had moments like that with advanced professional artists as well. There is a headbutting that happens initially, and sometimes you just have to give way. You kind of just have to say, can we find a compromise? You know, can we see if, like, I'm going to follow you whatever your direction is in the music, but if I hear something, maybe you'll follow me too. And if I don't feel that, then I don't want to fight. So I'll give up that pursuit. Now, giving up that pursuit does not mean that I'm no longer pursuing my enjoyment, because I am still connected to a person, and the connection is just as important with the person, or actually the connection with the person, it trumps. It's more important than the connection with the music. It does not matter what I want to do with the music if I cannot stay connected to my partner. With some partners, you can see that there is a give and a take. And sometimes they do something, you follow them, and you insert something and they follow you, and it's beautiful and it works. But if you feel like there's a clash, just know that there are other songs and there are other partners. If you can't get everything you want in this dance, wait, enjoy it for what it is, and wait for your next dance. And also, you know, I talked about like rejection and all of that stuff in many live chats and in my TED talk too. If you really want a certain dance and you know who can give you that experience, by all means, it's okay to say no to someone else and go get the dance that you want, and then come and find that person later. You know, you're not obliged to dance with everyone who asks. Like, everybody who's on the dance floor, not just artists, but like your regular dancer, you're not obliged to say yes because someone asks. You say yes because you want to in that moment. And if you want something more in that moment, then go do that and then come back to that other partner. It's like saying two friends, two good friends, you know, one invites me to go hiking and another one invites me to go to the beach. You know, if just because the first person asked me to go hiking, I like both, right? But because the first person asked me to go hiking, but today is a gorgeous day, to like a hot day, and I want to go to the beach, I'm going to say no and go to the beach. And then I'll go for a hiking trip another day, because that's also what I want, you know, and we should all be meeting on that level of, you want this, I would like to dance with you. I would also like to dance with you right now, you know? And I think that's really important, personally. Thoughts, you guys?
Another analogy that you are making, the way I know, the way you explain everything, simple life examples that
Yeah,
teach
and you
us
know, like
something.
my friends, and another side note there is, for the person asking, if somebody says no to you, you know, don't take it personally. Like, if I had two close friends and I said no to one person, that person's not going to stop being my friend or be like, "Oh my God, Magna's so mean," you know? They would never say that. They would accept that there was something else that I wanted in that moment, and then we would talk later about going on that hiking trip on a different day.
It depends on how you are doing that, how your attitude towards that person is, because you can say no in a nice way and make that person feel good and like understand, or you can do it in so many ways that you make them feel bad and maybe even quit dancing.
You can,
Yes,
and
that
but also on the flip side, you can ask nicely without attitude, and you can ask with attitude. So there's two sides, you know, it's never one person's responsibility. It's always our own responsibility in how we show up, how we present ourselves, and how we receive whatever comes from the world to us. So if you're asking, you know, if you're like, "Hey, do you want to dance?" Like, that doesn't come off as very pleasant. Or if the person says no to you and you're like, whatever, you know, artist, or like you give attitude, like, I hate to say it, but you're not going to get another dance with that person, because who wants to dance with that? Right? So for everybody out there, dancer, if you're asking, if you're being asked, do your best to be as kind as possible, and whatever you put out there, however it's received, if it's not received well, don't make it personal, and just remember why you're there. You're not there for one person. You're there for your own enjoyment, and your own enjoyment consists of dancing. Well, there are thousands of people there. Okay, so one person is nothing. They're like not even 1%. So
Don't let one
1%.
person ruin your night.
Don't let 1% ruin your night. Exactly.